and KD sir and the team to provide the opportunity to us to be with you all. Before starting webinar, let me give brief information about IIT Ashram. आप जैसे मैंने जो बोला कि IIT आश्रम, आश्रम नाम ही काफी है। आज भी इस इंस्टीट्यूट के अंदर गुरु शिष्य परंपरा कायम है। आज भी कोई शिष्य को अगर कोई तकलीफ है तो गुरु को रात की नींद नहीं आती। The trees of IIT Ashram planted and nurtured by respected our director, Professor S.R. Mishra sir, before 16 years. At that time when he started this IIT Ashram, only 3 mentor and 23 students were there. And आज के दिन में हमारे पास 80 से ज्यादा मेंटर है और 2000 से ज्यादा बच्चे हैं। ये इनकी सफलता का वटवृक्ष है। आज आप देखोगे कि हमने, शायद आपने देखा भी होगा कि जो कल जेईई एडवांस का रिजल्ट आया उसमें हमने बहुत जम के रिजल्ट दिया है। मतलब इतने अच्छे बच्चे परफॉर्म कर पाए हैं। इट्स अ प्राउड मोमेंट फ्रॉम फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस। Now we are having 4 branches and one of that branch is आनंद। आनंद में हम 9 साल से है और केजे ठक्कर एंड जेपी ठक्कर से हमारा रिश्ता बहुत पुराना है। एक कॉमन प्लेटफॉर्म है जहां से हम ऑपरेट करते हैं। अगर आप कभी भी आश्रम में विजिट करोगे तो एक स्लोगन लिखा हुआ मिलेगा, हार्ड वर्क इज अ हैबिट। बच्चों, आप ये स्लोगन आपके अपने अपने रूम में, अपने अपनी नोटबुक में लिख दो। जितना हार्ड वर्क करोगे उतना फ्रूट्स आपको मिलने वाला है। इन 16 सालों के अंदर हमने 619 IITians दिए हैं, 3488 NITians और अदर रेप्यूटेड इंस्टीट्यूट में हमारे स्टूडेंट्स गए हैं। लास्ट 6 ईयर के अंदर अंदर ही हमने 500 से ज्यादा मेडिको स्टूडेंट्स दिए हैं। और हमारे कैप के अंदर एक और फीडर है, वो है KVPY और NTSE। KVPY के अंदर अंदर हमने 48 सिलेक्शन दिए हैं, जबकि NTSE में हमने 96 सिलेक्शन दिए हैं। हमारे जो पास आउट स्टूडेंट्स हैं वो बहुत अच्छी MNC में वेल सेटल्ड है और उनकी भी स्पीच आपको हमें हमारी वेबसाइट पे मिलेगी, यूट्यूब पे मिलेगी, आप जरूर उसे देखना, बहुत इंस्पायरिंग है। वो स्टूडेंट सेटल है टेल्सा में, फेसबुक में, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट में, गूगल में, कॉर्निंग में, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा। और मेडिकल में जो स्टूडेंट्स गए हैं वो पढ़ रहे हैं अभी KEM बॉम्बे है या लेडी हार्डिंग्स है या PGI है या एम्स है। इतनी अच्छी नामांकित संस्थान में हमारे स्टूडेंट्स अभी पढ़ रहे हैं। नाउ बिफोर स्टार्टिंग एंड इंट्रोड्यूसिंग माय ओन होम टीम, मैं एक बात कहना चाहूंगी कि बच्चों, आपको स्टूडेंट्स, आपको एक चीज देखना है कि व्हाट इज योर लाइकिंग एंड व्हाट इज परफेक्शन। लाइकिंग जो है वही काम करना चाहिए। अगर लाइक 3 इडियट्स आपने देखी होगी, 3 इडियट्स में जो फोटोग्राफर था उसको इंजीनियरिंग पढ़ाने में वो बोर हो जाता था। इसी तरह से मैं आपको अपने इतिहास में ले जाती हूँ। अगर भीम ने चाहा होता कि मैं बाण चलाऊं, मैं शरसंधान करूं, तो वो फेल हो जाता। और इसी तरह से मल्ल युद्ध में अगर बलराम के सामने कोई और आ जाए, अर्जुन सोचे कि मैं मल्ल युद्ध कर लूं, तो वो फेल हो जाता। तो पहले तो वो लाइकिंग पहचानो कि आपकी लाइकिंग क्या है, वही आपको सर्टेन फील्ड के अंदर एक्सपर्टाइज दे देगी और आप बहुत अच्छा कर पाओगे। दूसरी चीज मैंने बताया, परफेक्शन। कोई भी चीज एक बार करने से परफेक्ट नहीं होती। मैं सिंपल 2 एग्जांपल देने वाली हूँ। एक है सचिन तेंदुलकर का, उसका जो फेमस शॉट था, वो उसके जो आचरेकर सर थे, उसने उस फेमस शॉट को सेटराइट करवाने के लिए 24 बार एक ही टाइप का बॉल उसको दिया था। और जब उसे लगा कि नहीं, नाउ ही इज ओके, तो उसको बोला था कि इसी तरह से आपको प्ले करना है। और एक चीज ये है कि तभी सचिन तेंदुलकर बन सकते हो। और अभी अभी आप देख रहे होंगे कि कौन बनेगा करोड़पति। कौन बनेगा करोड़पति में अमिताभ बच्चन जी, जो एक रिस्पेक्टेड पर्सनालिटी है, वो जब बोलते हैं कि अब हम शुरू कर रहे हैं कौन बनेगा करोड़पति, तो इसके लिए उसने 11 रिटेक दिए हैं। आप सर्च कर लेना। तो कोई भी चीज एकदम से आपके हाथों में नहीं आती, उसके लिए परिश्रम करना पड़ता है, अथाक मेहनत करनी पड़ती है। और आपके जो टीचर्स हैं आपके प्रिंसिपल्स हैं वो आपको यही रास्ते पे ले जा रहे हैं, ये हमें बहुत खुशी की बात है। नाउ आई एम इंट्रोड्यूसिंग माय ओन होम टीम। हमारे साथ आज मेंटर, मोटिवेटर, एक्सपर्ट एंड एडवाइजर के रूप में है हमारे AR सर, जो कि एकेडमिक हेड है, सेंटर हेड है और मैथ्स के HOD है। इसको हम मैथ्स जीनियस या मैथ्स गुरु कह सकते हैं। उसके साथ मैथ्स सीखना, उसके सामने बैठ के कोई भी प्रॉब्लम लेके जाना, वो एक सौभाग्य की बात है। अगर कभी भी आपके पास तो बहुत बड़ी टीम है, फिर भी कभी भी आपको लगे तो सर के साथ जरूर कोई स्पेशल गेस्ट लेक्चर में आ जाना। साथ साथ हमारे आज का जो वेबिनार कंडक्ट करने जा रहे हैं, जो उसके जो पार्ट सेशन है वो 3 है, वो तीनों सेशन हमारे SBH सर लेंगे। शुभम भासिन सर, शुभम भासिन सर को तो ऑलरेडी विजय माला पहनाई गई है, और 3D की, जो है डिटर्मिनेशन, डेडिकेशन एंड डिवोशन। इनका डेडिकेशन का मैं एक ही एग्जांपल देती हूँ कि रात को 2:30 बजे अगर आपके कोई प्रॉब्लम है या मेरे स्टूडेंट्स को जो कोई प्रॉब्लम होती है, एक कॉल पे सर उसको आंसर करते हैं। और ऐसे ही और सर की मास्टरी है केमिस्ट्री में। केमिस्ट्री में आपको A to Z अगर सीखना है, आपको पूरा पूरा पीरियोडिक टेबल में ऊपर से नीचे और क्रॉस कहीं जाना है, तो SBH सर का बेनिफिट जरूर लेना। और थर्ड एंड रिस्पेक्टेड फैकल्टीज हैं हमारे RC सर, रितेश चौरसिया सर। वो फिजिक्स के सीनियर फैकल्टी है, और उनका जो लेक्चर होता है वो बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग होता है, हर एक बच्चा उससे जुड़ता है, और उनकी फिजिक्स में बहुत अच्छी पकड़ है। वो हमारे साथ जुड़ेंगे इंटरेक्शन सेशन में। सो विदाउट टेकिंग मोर टाइम, आई रिक्वेस्ट SBH सर to start this session. And now, thank you very much, and over to SBH sir, please.
Thank you, ma'am, for this heartfelt introduction. And thank you, principal sir and ma'am, for allowing this to have this webinar career counseling session. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Shubham Bhasin. I have done my graduation from IIT BHU. Presently, I am a senior chemistry faculty in IIT Ashram. आपके एक्साइटमेंट को और हाइट्स पे ले जाने के लिए लेट्स स्टार्ट दिस सेशन. So we have divided this particular session in 3 parts. Section 1 deals with definition of goal. Then we will be talking about what is goal. Then later on we will be talking about the career. Then after that, importance of goal setting. Sections 2 deals with what are the various techniques you need to figure out for choosing a successful career or a successful goal. Live session, that is the third session. No teaching, no webinar is complete if there is no two-way communication. So yeah, so we have a third session as well for a live interaction. So we are going to answer all your queries, all your doubts regarding the career option you are trying or thinking of choosing for, right? So let's start our discussion. I request any of you, what goal is according to you? आपके अकॉर्डिंग गोल क्या है? Does anyone wants to enlist? आप रेज हैंड कर सकते हो मुझे बताने के लिए. ओके, सो खुशी पटेल ने रेज हैंड किया. यस, प्लीज खुशी.
Sir, for me, a goal means the thing that I want to achieve in my life.
Okay, very well said. Anyone else who wants to say something about goal? Please feel free to say. Anyone else? Okay, so there is one chart. Yeah. Okay, so there is one student. Kabir.
Yes, sir.
Please. Yeah.
Goal is a thing that every person in the life has to achieve.
Okay, very well said. Harsh, please raise your hand once again. Yeah. Harsh, please unmute yourself. What is goal according to you, Harsh? Harsh, what is goal according to you? Please unmute yourself, Harsh. Yeah.
If the area between The area between two.
The area between two.
Post into which ball must be kicked, height, etc.
Okay, very, very good. In a philosophical way, he has introduced a goal thing. बहुत बढ़िया. Any other students who wants to contribute? Okay, let's take another student, Soumya Shah. Soumya, please unmute yourself.
Sir, goal means that in life what we have to achieve, what we like in the life,
Okay,
and we can do it.
okay, very well said. Okay, so we have a bunch of very enthusiastic students, right? So let me introduce goal to you. Okay, so what you see in this particular image, there is a person with a red t-shirt and a blue pant. What he wants to reach to that flagpole. That flagpole, uh, which has a red color flag. What he wants to reach at that particular point. To reaching at that particular point, he has n number of ways. N number of ways he has, but only one path describes or will enable him to reach at that particular position. So what is goal? Goal is something that is a path which you want to lead yourself and which will lead you to the move at that particular position which you envision, जो आप देखना चाहते हो, जहां पे आप पहुंचना चाहते हो. ठीक है, तो ऐसा पाथ जिसको आपको चल के जाना है और ऐसी जगह पहुंचने के लिए जो आप एनविजन करते हो. तो दैट इज अ गोल फॉर यू, जो आप बनना चाहते हो और जिस रास्ते पे चलना चाहते हो. तो दैट इज अ गोल फॉर यू. नाउ गोल and its importance. Point is, goal gives a purpose to your life. What goal exactly does is, वो आपके distractions को avoid करेगा. Let's see this lens. You can see this particular lens. You can see a sunrise and a sunset. Rest all other thing encircling the lens is blurred. What it actually means. आपका गोल है सिर्फ सनराइज सनसेट देखना और बाकी सारी चीजें नहीं देखना. वो हो गया आपके लिए डिस्ट्रैक्शन. एंड जो आप लेंस को देख रहे हो उससे आप जो सनराइज एंड सनसेट देख रहे हो, दैट इज अ गोल फॉर यू. ओके, सो इट गिव्स अ पर्पस टू योर लाइफ कि हाँ इस ही पर्टिकुलर पाथ पे हमें चल के आगे बढ़ना है. सो दैट इट गिव्स enlightenment to you. Okay, doing this particular thing, my purpose for living this life is fulfilled. That is what a goal for you. So obviously it avoids distraction. Let's say for example you have planned to study 2 chapters of science, 2 chapters of social science and 1 moral science, and in the particular day itself before going to sleep you want to cover all these chapters. So if you haven't covered all these chapters and that is a goal for you, do you really think you will get distracted? Many of the students won't get distracted because they have planned accordingly that they have to study 5 chapters in a day before going to sleep. अगर आप ये चैप्टर्स नहीं करोगे तो आप डेविएट नहीं हो पाओगे. आप कोई भी जो चीजें हैं हमारी जो डिस्ट्रैक्शन के मोड हो सकते हैं, चाहे वो सोशल मीडिया हो, गेमिंग हो या फिर हमारे आउटडोर गेमिंग हो, आप उसे डिस्ट्रैक्ट नहीं होगे क्योंकि आपका एक गोल है, तैयार हो चुके हो आप. सो व्हाट इज गोल एक्चुअली? You need to be smart enough. What that smart means, to choose a goal, it should be very specific. Let's say many often I ask to a students what you want to become, they say engineer. मेरा second question ये होता है उनसे कि engineer in what stream? बहुत सारी streams होती हैं engineer में, तो specific. तो try or think specific about the goal what you want to achieve. If you want to become an engineer in mechanical engineering, go for that. So try to be specific, measurable and achievable. It should be achievable. It shouldn't be the way कि ये आप कर नहीं सकते हो and again you are trying to go for that. It should be realistic as well. Let's say for example you want to open a cafe at Jupiter. Is it realistic at present situation? I won't say yes. It is not realistic. So goal should be defined in a such a way that you have to, you can achieve that goal. You have that caliber. Okay, it should be realistic enough. think about very specifically and in a time bound manner. If you become a doctor at an age of 60 and 70, will that profession will be soundful or a fruitful for you? No, there are other streams as well. When you become a doctor, you get specialization in various other fields. Do you have the time to opt that? No. So it should be timely calculated. एक टाइम होना चाहिए आपके पास जिसमें आप वो अपना गोल अचीव कर सकते हो. तो थिंक अबाउट इट, थिंक स्मार्टली, राइट? ओके, सो गोल विदाउट अ प्लान. मैंने सोचा यार कि मुझे है ना MS धोनी बनना है, मुझे है ना इंडियन टीम का कैप्टन बनना है, मगर कैसे बनना है मैंने नहीं सोचा. डू यू रियली थिंक दैट मेक सेंस? क्या दिस थिंग मेक सेंस? आई डोंट थिंक कि ये सारी चीजें सेंस करती हैं. तो मुझे उसके लिए पाथ बनाना पड़ेगा. पहले इफ आई एम एट द एज ऑफ 10 और 12, सो आई विल थिंक अबाउट कि ऐसा करते मैं किसी क्रिकेट एकेडमी को ज्वाइन करता हूँ. क्रिकेट एकेडमी में ज्वाइन करके मैं अपने कुछ बेसिक सीखता हूँ. बेसिक सीखने के बाद मैं अंडर 16 खेलूंगा. अंडर 16 को खेलते खेलते मैं अंडर 19 खेलूंगा एंड अकॉर्डिंगली मैं इंडियन टीम के लिए अप्लाई करूंगा. नेशनल लेवल जो हमारे ट्रॉफीज होते हैं, नेशनल लेवल जो टूर्नामेंट्स होते हैं उसमें हम खेलेंगे. लाइक रणजी हो गई, विजय हजारे ट्रॉफीज हो गई. तो ये एक पाथ है. अब मैं सीधा सोचूं कि मैं MS धोनी बन जाऊंगा, ठीक है, रात को सोता हूँ, सुबह MS धोनी बन जाऊंगा. इज इट दैट पॉसिबल? नो. तो हैव अ प्लान, थिंक अबाउट इट कि प्लान क्या हो सकता है, चाहे वो कोई भी स्ट्रीम हो. मैंने क्रिकेट का एग्जांपल दिया, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि आपको क्रिकेटर ही बनना है, राइट? सो कैरियर. सो व्हाट इज कैरियर अकॉर्डिंग टू यू? तो कैरियर बहुत सारे लोगों के लिए बहुत अलग अलग डेफिनेशंस होती हैं. एक की अगर मैं बात करूं कि वो जो कैरियर होता है वो सोचते हैं, ठीक है, फिर कि उनका एक विजन है कि ऐसा होना चाहिए. अब कैरियर अगर आपको उस पाथ में लेके जाना तो एक स्किल सेट आनी चाहिए. स्किल सेट्स का मतलब क्या है? If you want to become a cricketer, if you want to excel yourself and become a cricketer, then you should know some basics, right? अगर आपको बैट्समैन बनना है तो आपको फ्रंट फुट पे खेलना आना चाहिए, ठीक है, आपको बैक फुट पे खेलना आना चाहिए, हाफ बॉली पे कैसे खेलते हैं, बाउंसर पे कैसे कट मारते हैं, ये सारी चीजें आपको पता होनी चाहिए. तो ये स्किल सेट आने चाहिए. आपका गोल डिसाइड होना चाहिए कि हाँ आपको फ्यूचर में जाके ये चीज करनी है, तो वो उस पाथ में कैरियर लेके जाओ. तो वो कैरियर होता है आपके लिए, राइट? तो अब बहुत सारे लोगों के लिए ना कैरियर की डेफिनेशन अगर हम बात करें तो एक चीज, दे लव्स टू डू. लेट्स से फॉर एग्जांपल, मैं जब सुबह उठता हूं और मुझे कोई एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक पढ़ाना होता है अपने क्लास में, तो आई गेट 200% मोटिवेटेड इनफ. आई टेक नॉर्मल रूटीन एंड गेट एंथुजियास्ट इनफ टू go to a classroom, deliver that particular lesson and see a smile on the cheeks of my students. So that is what I loves to do. So choose a profession जो आपको मजा, आपको लगे क्या इसको करने में आना मैं 200% एक्साइटेड हूँ. थिंक अबाउट इट. यू शुड बी पैशनेट इनफ. यस, आई विल डू दैट, मुझे करना है ये चीजें. तो थिंक अबाउट इट. तो पैशनेट होना चाहिए अपने प्रोफेशन के लिए. ये से सुबह उठ रहे हो ना आप, तो आपको लगना चाहिए यार ये काम तो मैं करके दिखाऊंगा और अच्छे से करूंगा. तो दैट शुड बी पैशनेट इनफ. अर्न अ लाइवलीहुड. ऑब्वियसली आपके पेरेंट्स, दे वर्कड अ लॉट to earn a handsome amount of salary or a money so that you can live your life to the fullest. आप इतने अच्छे स्कूल में जाते हो, you have your dresses, your academics inputs, फिर आपकी clothing, you living your livelihood, foods, घूमने भी जाते हो, आपके पेरेंट्स ये सारी चीजें प्रोवाइड कर रहे हो. तो ये these are the basic amenities. रहने के लिए घर है. So all these things. किसी के लिए कैरियर ये भी होता है कि बस ये सब मिल जाए तो काम बन जाएगा, राइट? मनी, फेम. तो कैरियर कैन बी एनीथिंग. तो थिंक अबाउट इट कि आप ऐसा कैरियर बनाना चाहोगे जिसमें आपको मजा आ रहा है, राइट? सो व्हाट मेक अ पर्पसफुल कैरियर? तो हम लोग को ये पता कैसे चलेगा कि कैसे कैरियर को पर्पसफुल बनाना है? देखो, कैरियर अगर आपको सोच रहे हो, आगे डिटरमाइन हो रहे हो अपने आप को, तो कुछ चीजों के स्किल सेट डेवलप करने पड़ेंगे. Let's say for example you want to become a mechanical engineer, right? You want to build a car, a well designed, well furnished car. Okay, fine. So what you would need to do? Clear your 10th with a great percentage. opt PCM in 11th, 12th. Along with that, start preparing for some competitive exam like JEE Main, JEE Advanced, or go to foreign university. तो GMAT क्वालिफाई करो, TOEFL, GRE और IELTS, ये एग्जाम आपको देने पड़ेंगे. Then get enrolled in best of the engineering institute after 12th. Do your undergraduation from that. Then 4 years of undergraduation, then 2 years of post graduation. After that, become a doctor in that particular stream. That is, आप PhD करो. PhD करने के बाद go for some job. Take a handful and a handful baggage of the skills which are required to bring up with the best of the car. Then ultimately do a postdoc in that, or go in the manufacturing research and development team of any of the renowned company. Then you can become. So see, these are some skills, these are the certificates जो आपको वो कार बनाने के लिए जरूरी है. अगर ये सारी चीजें नहीं होगी तो no one gonna trust you. They invest millions of rupees on your envision, on your vision. So they need a proper certification, a proper authority कि हाँ हम कर सकते हैं. So as I already told you, a successful career is a lifelong acquirer of skill. हर बार हम लोग ने एक स्लोगन सुना होगा कि कोई भी जो एज है, एज कोई भी बड़ी या छोटी नहीं होती कुछ चीज सीखने के लिए. Why they say this thing? क्योंकि आज का जो ये जो environment है, this particular environment is a hybrid society. What this hybrid society means, one from another profession, second person from another profession come together and bring some beautiful amalgamation of the two profession, which we are using in a daily day-to-day life. Isn't that sound great? So it is a lifelong acquirer of skills. अब हम लोग हमारे डिस्कशन को नैरो डाउन करते हैं एंड वी मूव टुवर्ड्स साइंस, कॉमर्स एंड आर्ट. ठीक है, साइंस, कॉमर्स और आर्ट अगर आपको चूज करना तो उसके बेसिस पे हम लोग अपने डिस्कशन को स्टार्ट करते हैं. तो इन डिमांड प्रोफेशंस, तो मैं कुछ प्रोफेशंस के बारे में आपको बताऊंगा. आई विल टेल यू 1 2 3 4 टाइप्स ऑफ प्रोफेशन व्हिच यू कैन ऑप्ट. ओके, so am I be able to tell you each and every aspect of every profession? A big no. Why? क्योंकि talking about each and every profession, I can talk about every profession whole day and night long. My purpose is to create a little enthusiasm, a little spark, so that you can opt that particular career as your option. So I will give just a glimpse of every opportunity or any opportunity you can get. Okay, so let's start with the science thing. First of all, you can become a software development. So software developer, see, we are living in the era of internet. You are sitting at your home. I am sitting at your home, sitting in front of my laptop and presenting this presentation in front of you. Does it sound great? We are sitting, let's say, approximately 40 to 50 kilometers, and someone beyond that. I'm able to do this type of interface in just a screen. मेरे पास एक software backup है. So this Zoom app, if that thing excites you, I think this is the thing for you. Think about it. If the coding, learning a languages in the computer, if that thing gives an adrenaline rush, so I don't think there is a better option for you other than this. Think about it. Data science. So data science, what basically is data science is? तो एक तरीके का, this is also one form of amalgamation, that is एक software, and another thing, mathematics. So mathematics में you bring out with a great statistical calculation and use software to deal with those equations and bring out the best of the product in front of you. Does it sound really great? You are using the mathematical input and the software input, the languages, combining both together for a better result. If that thing excites you, think about it. Machine learning. We very often come across a term called artificial intelligence. What does artificial intelligence means? Okay, so there are many students. Okay, yeah. So artificial intelligence. So what does this artificial intelligence mean? It actually means that we are teaching your computer, your machine for our suitability. मतलब आप inanimate objects को सिखा रहे हो किसके लिए? अपने लिए. Does it sound very familiar? Every multinational company, either it is a Goldman Sachs, the investment banking, or Research Star investment banking, and then we go to Google, Microsoft, Facebook, malab, n number of things. They give you that opportunity. They are entering in the field of artificial intelligence. Think about it. Game developer. So each and every one of us would like to play a game in any of the form, right? So either a mobile phone game or a PC game or a PS game or Xbox game. Think about it. You are creating one such thing which enables people to use that particular platform in their free time to refill your energy. Think about it. आपको कोडिंग करनी है, आप ऐसा विजुअल इफेक्ट्स क्रिएट कर रहे हो जो कि जो पर्सन चाहता है अपने फ्री टाइम में करना, वो उसको डील कर रहे हो. डज इट साउंड ग्रेट? थिंक अबाउट इट. इफ दैट थिंग एक्साइट यू, नॉट जस्ट अ प्लेइंग, मेकिंग अ गेम इज अ थिंग फॉर यू, तो you can obviously go for that. Cyber security. Okay, so with every positive intake, there's always a malicious people or malicious activity goes on. Like internet is a full of knowledge, but we are at the vulnerable risk as well. What does that particular thing means? So you must have heard about the word hacking. So there are another person who is known as ethical hackers, whose work is to just catch the illicit and malicious activity of the hackers. So government agencies hired these ethical hackers so that the footprints of those hackers on the internet can be tracked और हम अपने घर पे बैठ के डेटा सर्फिंग बड़ी आसानी से कर सकें. Isn't that great? Technical writers. So what are these technical writers is? So दो कंपनी के बीच में अगर हम एक टेक्निकल बाउंडेशंस लेके आना चाहते हैं या टेक्निकल कम्युनिकेशन लेके आना चाहते हैं, who are the person who is responsible for that? Technical writers. Product manufacturing, product design. So let me give you an example of a medicine and try to relate with that particular thing. Let's say you want to become an expert and you want to design some of the greatest of the formulations of the particular medicine. So what it actually does. So first you need to draw a compound which is suitable for your body, which will attack on the receptor and generate some pharmacological activities. So the body के अंदर activities हो रही है. Let's say for example paracetamol. So what this paracetamol drug does, आपके फीवर को कम करने के लिए, टेम्परेचर कम करने के लिए यूज किया जाता है. इसके पीछे का ड्रग क्या है? पैराएसिटामाइड. पैराएसिटामाइड, अब समझ रहे हो, ये इसके पीछे का ड्रग है. तो जिसको पहले सोचना होगा वो इस ड्रग के बारे में पहले सोचेगा, फिर उसको बॉडी में एडमिनिस्ट्रेट करेगा. विल सी कि इज देयर इज एनी साइड इफेक्ट्स और नॉट. अगर बॉडी उसको सस्टेन कर पा रही है, बॉडी उसको एक्सेप्ट कर पा रही है, ओके, दैट ड्रग इज फाइनल. ड्रग इतना सा होता है, उसके ऊपर लेयरिंग होती है जिससे कि बड़ा आप कैप्सूल को पकड़ के खा सको. तो छोटा सा पार्ट ही आपकी बॉडी में काम करता है, जो इतनी बड़ी जो लेयर होती है उसको एनसर्कल करती है. तो एक होता है एपीआई, एक्टिव फार्मास्यूटिकल प्रोडक्ट, और दूसरा होता है हमारा लेयरिंग एक्सिपिएंट्स. तो जो उसका कोई फार्माकोलॉजिकल एक्शन नहीं है, मगर इट इज रिक्वायर्ड कि उसको पकड़ के खा सके. इतनी सी चीज को आप पकड़ के खा सकते हो, नहीं खा सकते हो. तो दिस इज व्हाट अ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग डज. फिर डिजाइनिंग. सी, मुझे अपने घर पे बैठ के दवाई खानी, ना कि मुझे लेबोरेटरी जाके. सो इट शुड बी पैक्ड इन सच अ वे दैट वो मेरे घर तक सेफली आ सके. सो आई नीड टू मैनेज द ह्यूमिडिटी लेवल, the moisture level, the resistance level, the thickso property thing, each and everything is required कि मुझे अपने घर पे आके उस चीज को यूज कर सकूं. Think about it. So as I already told you, n number of professions are there. We have a doctor profession as well in the science, but as I already told you, sticking to each and every options we had for the science. There's n number of options. Think about it. I can't just justify each and everything, but I have given a glimpse of that. That might excite you. Okay, so talk about the commerce. So what does the commerce thing? Chartered accountant, first of all. One go-to person I have in my life when I just want to go for a tax return is none other than a tax chartered accountant. He is a blessing in disguise for the person who is suffering to invest in some place, or who wants their proper money or in form of taxation to give to a government so that they help a needy thing. There's no other person who can advise you, guide you in a proper way. Chartered accountant, financial consultant. If you ask me, sir, there is a profession of a packaging. Should I invest in that in the Anand belt? I will say I'm not a professional in this particular field. Go and ask a financial consultant. He must be having a greater aspect of the idea and can help you to decide whether this profession is suitable for you or not. Will it turn up profitable or not? So your go-to person is what? Financial consultant. Then let's just talk about the commerce. So commerce mein there is a statistical data analyst and bank professional. So what actually bank professionals, what they do? हमारी GDP calculate होती है. So how this GDP thing is calculated? The amount of money we earn, the tax returns we file, the amount of money we keep in the banks, and all the things. So we calculate the GDP so that the government can utilize some amount of money in some various other projects like defense, like education, or sanitization thing. So we need an analyst to figure out what are the amount of money we are investing, right? Now banking professionals. So अगर मुझे लगता है कि I need to place my money in one place which I feel secured enough, so there is no other place other than a banking professional. A bank professional can manage my money and bank safeguards my money. So if managing the money thing excite you, I think this is a thing for you. Investment banking, stock brokering. You want to invest in some of the shares in the stock market, either in the BSE, NSE, or international trade market. So, but you don't know the knowledge of shares, the technical terms which are used in the particular share. So one thing you can do, you just go on the online, learn about that, or you have an easy access of stock brokering. You can ask a person which of the share is performing well and expected to परफॉर्म इन द नियर फ्यूचर. बोलते हैं ना म्यूचुअल फंड सही है. वो म्यूचुअल फंड सही है जब देयर इज अ प्रॉपर थिंकिंग, एनालिटिकल थिंकिंग, and pros and cons of each and every mutual fund is scattered around. So think about it. Okay, so these are some of the professions which we have talked about the commerce. Now we just jump ourselves to the arts. We have a taboo in our education system that the person who is opting arts in their 11th and 12th, they won't be a great student. Let me tell you, persons who are taking an arts as a profession, they are actually doing wonders in their field. Let's say, for example, talk about the civil services. Civil services, an IS officer, IPS officer, who is the boss of the city, DM, district manager. Who is he? IS officer. He has cleared the UPSC exam, one of the most toughest exam after a graduation, or I can say the toughest in India after graduation, civil services exam. वन आईपीएस ऑफिसर. लॉ एंड ऑर्डर अगर हमें मेंटेन करना है सिटी के अंदर, तो हु इज द बॉस फॉर मेंटेनिंग और हु इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर मेंटेनिंग द थिंग? सो there is an IPS officer. If that thing excites you, if you want to lead your country from the front, go for that. Defense services. If you want to go for the defense, first of all, a great salute to you. So you have an envision in your mind that you need to protect our border, our front line with other countries, or we want to protect our nation from the terrorists, Naxalites, and any other groups which can affect our safety or the boundaries or integrity of our nation. So if that thing excites you, you can go for that. Navy, Air Force, or Army. any of the things. Law is one particular thing which enables you to live your life the way you want to. Let's say, for example, you have become a lawyer, so you will safeguard the rights of other people. Isn't that sound great? कि आप दूसरों के rights को protect कर रहे हो, लोगों के साथ जो बुरा हो रहा है उसको आप सही करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो. Another profession we have is a journalism. So what does the journalist do? The journalists are the people, they bring a lot of information, n number of information from any other field in any other part of the country and bring in front of you in your small computer screen or your laptop screen or your your TV screen. Does it sound good? If becoming a greater spokesperson or just stand in front of the camera and deliver such type of, if that thing excites you, this is a profession for you. Event management. Every person, every big event requires a hell lot of a planning to have a proper smooth line, streamlined process going on. If that thing excites you, go for that. Psychology. So there's a profession is booming up who is dealing with the psychological thing. If you are dealing with some mental trauma or anything like that, so you can go to a psychologist. He will talk to you in a sense and will provide you a better options, a better methodology to live your life to the fullest. So if that thing sounds great to you, go for that. HR professional, who hires me in IIT Ashram. So the person who has talked about my salary or my all the accounts details, the students detail, who are those person who is dealing with that? HR. So human resources management. If that thing excites you, you can obviously go for that. Commercial art. So if you want to become a painter, morning से लेकर रात तक आप painting कर सकते हो. If that thing excites you, go and earn your livelihood from the painting. No one is stopping you. Content writer, digital marketing. So there is a boom in the digital marketing. Earlier there used to be a pamphlet drawn, but अब आप देख रहे हो कि each and everything is being sold on the internet. If going in that particular zone excites you, go for that. Fashion designing and jewelry. We find Bollywood, Hollywood, Tollywood, or other things very catchy and very fashionable. What makes them a catchy is their outfits. Who is designing those outfits? The fashion designer. Think about it. The designer who is dressing the clothes, it sounds catchy, it looks appealing to your eyes, is just because of those particular person who is engaging themselves in those outfits and anything like that. If that thing excites you, go for that. So there are n number of professions in arts as well, but as you can see, there is a plethora of career options you have. You can choose, but big question is why. So let's engage ourselves to the second session of our presentation, that is how to choose a better career. So first of all, after hearing what I said, after hearing from what your teachers, your parents, or you must have heard of something on the internet. So if any profession excites you, think about the personality who has done or excelled in that particular profession. Read about their research thing, what they have done in their path, right? Talk about their journeys, live their journey in a way that if you are in that particular, will you be able to sustain that thing? Think about it. Read a blog. If still it gives you an excitement, it gives you an adrenaline rush, then you can go for that option. Think, मैंने क्या बोला है? Can. There is no clear cut, shortcut solution कि आप वहां पे जा सकते हो. Then second option, engage yourself. Let's say for example, you become a software scientist या फिर data scientist. So engage yourself in managing the data. Try to get some of the certificates, online platform certificates. There are many universities which enroll yourself and will give you the software learning or C++ or many other things. So engage yourself in that. Do these type of activity for 3 to 4 months. Then think, does it still excite you? Then I think that can be an option for you. Third technique or fourth technique is like a feedback. So we as a human being see each and every person, or like we are judging it either in a positive way or a negative way. That means every individual encircling around you had a perspective about you. Go and ask them. Either it can be your teacher, your friends, your parents, your siblings, your colleagues. They can be anyone. Talk to them, have their feedbacks, what they think about you. Let's say for example a teacher, I can assure you, the moment you enter into your class and the moment you left the class, the teacher present inside the classroom has a perception about you. Go to her or him and ask what I am good at. Take a proper feedback and think about it. But trust me, if you want to choose a career, who is one person who can give you the particular great advice for your profession? There is none another than you. You are the whole and soul responsible, because आपके पास आपका brain है. This brain never gives you a false indication. अगर आप इसको justify करते हो, आप इसके साथ deal करते हो, आप इसको options दिखाते हो, इसको engage करते हो, this can never give you a false decision. So think about it. कुछ भी करना है, सबसे पूछो, then accordingly act upon it. Right? So there are another professions or professionals who is working on the field that based on your brain activities, your brain mapping, they will give you the list of options you can go for. So there is a psychometric test, graphology. Based on your handwriting, they will try to predict what profession you can choose or you can live your life to. So these are some of the 5 techniques. A bonus technique I am just presenting in front of you is the ikigai concept. What does this ikigai concept means? So this is basically a Japanese concept which enables you to do that particular work which you love, which you want to become in your future, right? You earn a handsome amount of money, you had ample amount of mission, so you can have all the thing by choosing that particular concept. I have personally used this concept. I have a great admirer of this concept. So think about it. You can also opt this particular concept. You can have a look on it. So obviously if there are some positive things, so there are some negative things as well. So we need ourselves to protect from that negative things. So one such thing is like a subjects. Okay, so मेरे हिस्ट्री में बहुत अच्छे नंबर आते थे, एंड हिस्ट्री में जब मेरे बहुत अच्छे नंबर आते थे तो I thought can I become a historian? Then I think about, I love maths more than anything else, I love physics more than anything else. So is history marks excites me? So I thought no, it won't be a greater option for me to just go for history or become a historian. So marks can be a indicative option, or it can indicate you, but it's not an ultimate option. So have a broader expect. Then another things, persuasive influence. So we used to call ourselves in Hindi like, या हम चने के झाड़ पे चढ़ा देते हैं, तो हमें चने के झाड़ पे नहीं चढ़ना है. What does that particular thing means? कि the people says that you are good in that particular thing, become that. Ask your brain, are you actually good at that thing? If yes, so you have to follow all those 5 steps, 5 techniques about that particular profession. Then you can think, acha, ha, he was saying that thing. Okay, think about it. Not just a fall in the trap. Money and fame. So many of the professions give you a greater amount of money, or many of the personality which you have seen earning a lot and have a greater fame. But does that profession you are capable of doing that? It can be or it cannot be. It may or may not be scenario there. Is there? So think what you like, not you see that profession moving, so okay, just rush yourself toward that particular profession. I can assure you, if you are good at anything, go for that particular thing, live your life to the fullest, engage yourself 100% to that particular thing. You can have a money and a fame as well, but not just because that particular Sharma sir, uncle, or child is doing that particular thing, I should also do. There is a great profession. Don't fall in that particular trap. Fancy and fictitious idea. So every now and then we came across a great movies, which they portray one of those character. They talk about all the positives of that particular character. But do you really think a person can be that much perfect? No. So what they want is they just want to create a positive image of that particular, sorry, a positive image of that particular person which they're portraying on the bigger screen, right? And they just hide the negative aspects. So use your brain, try to figure out that there are some negative inputs also which can be led to any other thing which you may not want to be in your future. So don't fall in the trap of fancy and a fictitious idea. Okay. So that's all from the today's session. But as I already told you, the no session, no teaching session, no webinar is complete when there is no two-way communication. Now I open this platform for you to ask any questions or want to share your experience. So you can ask for. For that, I would like to invite uh, AR sir, mathematics genius, center head, maths HOD. Yeah, sir, please raise your hand. Yeah, sir, Bhavna ma'am, Ritesh, sir, please raise your hand. RC, sir, please unmute yourself. Bhavna ma'am, please unmute yourself. Okay. AR, sir, please unmute yourself. Okay. So another person, RC sir, Ritesh Chaurasia sir, great physics faculty. If one person who would deal with you like a child to solve your problem, और कोई भी गुगली को बहुत ही अच्छे से कैसे डिफेंस करना है, कैसे पुल करना है, अगर वो आपको सिखा सकते हैं तो देयर इज नन अदर देन आरसी सर, ग्रेट फिजिक्स फैकल्टी. एंड अनदर भावना मैम. So another a go-to person. He is a live example of the person. If you want to have any advice about your profession or about the difficulties you are facing in your life, if there is one person, a go-to person I can suggest, so there is none other than Bhavna ma'am. So I request students, those who wants to ask any question, they can just raise their hand. They can just raise their hand and ask, or they can just post their message on the chat section. तो किसी को भी अगर कोई भी डाउट है तो पूछ सकता है. Okay, so there's a person with a name called Vishwam S. Patel. He says that he wants to become a detective. So Archie sir, would you like to answer that? Okay, there is another person, Jia Patel, who says that she wants to become an IS officer or a collector. Yeah, sir, would you like to answer that?
हेलो, हाँ। अगर आईएएस बनना है तो आईएएस बनने के लिए सबसे पहले तो ग्रेजुएशन करना पड़ेगा, और ग्रेजुएशन तक यानी कि क्लास 5 को लेकर 5 से ग्रेजुएशन तक जितने भी आप क्लास में जो आपके सब्जेक्ट हैं, जो आपने टॉपिक्स पढ़े हैं, चैप्टर्स पढ़े हैं, सबको सबकी नॉलेज होनी चाहिए, और आपके अंदर लॉजिकल इंटरप्रिटेशन भी होना चाहिए। जितने भी आजकल करंट अफेयर्स हैं उनका नॉलेज होना चाहिए। एक्चुअली कोई भी गोल को अचीव करने के लिए आपके पास एक रीजन होना चाहिए। मान लीजिए कोई आप विदाउट एनी रीजन आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते। जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल, आप लॉकडाउन में आप 6 महीने, 3 महीने, 4 महीने आप घर में बैठे रहे। अगर लॉकडाउन नहीं होता तो आप घर पे थोड़ी बैठते। यानी कि हर चीज के लिए रीजन होता है। तो अगर आपको बेटे आईएएस बनना है तो आईएएस बनने के लिए आपके पास एक रीजन है कि आपको आईएएस बनना है, और उसको अचीव करने के लिए आपको पता है इसकी रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है। आपके पास करंट अफेयर्स का नॉलेज होना चाहिए, हर एक इवेंट पर आपका खुद का एनालिसिस होना चाहिए। विदाउट एनी एनालिसिस आप उसको इंटरप्रेट नहीं कर सकते हैं। तो ये चीजें होना चाहिए।
Okay. Another student, Patel Riddhi, she has written that when she sees a doctor, she thinks that she want to become a doctor. When she sees a scientist, she thinks that she should become a scientist. So she is just confused about the life goals, what she should do. So Bhavna ma'am, would you like to? Yeah.
यस सर, जो भी क्वेश्चन है ये उसका पैशन बताता है कि उसे कुछ नया करना है, कुछ रिसर्च फील्ड में करना है। साइंटिस्ट हमेशा कुछ नई चीजों के पीछे अपना टाइम इन्वेस्ट करता है। और अगर डॉक्टर की बात करते हैं तो डॉक्टर का तो प्रतिदिन एक नई रिसर्च है। आज जो आपने कभी सोचा भी नहीं था, ऐसी बीमारी ने आज पूरे विश्व को अपने हाथों में ले लिया है। तो आप जो भी सोच रहे हैं वो तहे दिल से सोचो। इसका मतलब ये है कि आपको रिसर्च बहुत अच्छा लगता है और आपको नोबल प्रोफेशन अच्छे लगते हैं। तो धीरे धीरे आजकल डॉक्टरी करने के बाद एमबीबीएस, एमएस या एमडी करने के बाद भी स्पेशलाइजेशन है। वो क्या है? दैट इज वन सॉर्ट ऑफ रिसर्च। सो मेरे हिसाब से आपका माइंड रिसर्च की ओर डेवलप है, और कोई भी फील्ड में वो दैट इज बहुत ही बेहतरीन है। थैंक यू।
Uh, okay, so there are other students. There is lot many questions around there. Sir, I want to become a pilot. I want to become a YouTube gamer, space scientist. So these are some of the common things which they have asked for. Okay, so I think Ritesh sir has a friend who is a pilot right now. So I think he can give you the better glimpse of what a Okay. Uh, there's another person who has asked, she wants to become a IPS officer. What are the paths for the IPS officer? So I would like to answer that. So basically, what AR sir says, the path is just the same thing. What you need to do is get yourself enrolled in a graduation. It can be any course. Okay, so you need a graduation degree for appearing for UPSC exam. So आपको यूपीएससी एग्जाम में अपीयर होना होगा. You can appear in your final year of your graduation course. Then it has a two phase. One phase, it includes pre, and another phase is called some mains. So in pre, you need to go to some two papers. पहला पेपर होता है GS, and the another paper is CSAT. So those both of these papers are objective type papers. You need to qualify that particular exam, then only you are eligible for mains exam. Then for mains, you need to write two language paper exam, and apart from them, 4 GS paper exam, 1 essay exam, and 2 optional paper exams. Okay, so and all total 9 exam, out of which language exam is a qualifying paper. That means if you score certain minimum marks, then your 5 paper will be checked. Now the marks of 5 paper, if you are good enough, if you get a rank around 30,000, let's say for example, then you will be called for an interview. So interview marks is also exactly same as the one paper what you have given, either the GS and optional. So based on the marks of 5 paper, sorry, 7 papers and interview all together, there is a merit list is released, out of which 900 students or 900 aspirants will get a chance to serve their nation. They were given a 27 job opportunities from UPSC. One among them is IS, that is DM, District Collector, what AR sir already told you. Another is IPS officer, IRS officer, Indian Postal Services. There are n number of things. Okay, so 27 things were there. So if you want to become an IPS officer, you need to clear that particular exam. What is asked in the UPSC? It is from 6th to 12th. What you are studying right now, they're going to ask on that. And above that, analytical thinking, statistical thinking, or optical aptitude, critical thinking, all these things are required for writing a subjective exam or objective exam. So these are altogether things which you are required. Now another questions I have is from uh, Devdutt Singh, 7A. So I guess he's from 7th class. So he says that he wants to become a chartered accountant. Okay. So anyone would like to answer? Okay. So let me take this question. So for becoming a chartered accountant, you need to clear various of the steps. Okay. So first of all, आपको किसी graduation degree की जरूरत नहीं होती है. Immediately after your 12th, you can go for chartered accountant. But it is a whole lot of 4-year program. अगर आप हर stage को first time में clear कर लेते हो, तो सबसे पहला what you need to do, you need to clear a CPT exam. Then there is a IPCC exam, IPCC 1, IPCC 2. Then you need to go for an articleship of at least 1.5 years or 2 years. What does an articleship means? It's just like a job in accountant firm. They will give you the certificate. So that is an articleship for you. Then after clearing that, you need to clear 2 exams, 2 phases of exam. After that only you can become a CA. So opt commerce field in 11th 12th, that will give you a slighter push towards that. So yeah, this is the procedure to become a chartered accountant. But let me tell you, this is also one of the toughest exam to clear. but it is tough for those students who take this exam as a casually they used to take this particular exam. So if you are thinking about that, so get yourself enroll in 11th standard itself for a chartered accountancy. Then another question we have is, sir, I want to become a cricketer. Another question from Vishwam S. Patel is, I want to become a richest man in the world. How I can become that? Trust me, if I know the answer, then you must be talking to a richest person on the earth. I don't. If I know the drill to become a richest person, then surely I would have opted for that. So there is no such thing to become a richest person. You get enroll yourself in the profession which you want to excel in, that particular profession, become a businessman or become a that particular field. So try to excel in that field rather than chasing for the money. Money is just a materialistic thing.
Correct.
Money is just a materialistic thing. And if you want to become a rich, so rather than becoming a rich, become an expertise in something. That is what will help you in the future. Then cricketer. So as I've already discussed in the my session, if you were listening that particular thing, so cricket academy join karo, learn some basics, under 16, under 19, then ultimately nationals ke liye khelo, then international level khelo. So these are the things which you need to opt for. Okay, so last question uh, we are having is, sir, I want to become a coder. So last question is, and another question is aeronautical engineer from IIT Kanpur. So these two questions we're gonna take. So RC sir, would you like to give your enlightenment on coding thing? So I am getting like 20 questions at a time, a great response from your side. So first of all, a very thank you for making this session fruitful, and I actually admire your enthusiasm. But we have this session for this 1 hour, but that doesn't mean ki if you gonna ask me after this session, I won't be giving you a reply. You can anytime contact me. You can anytime contact AR sir, RC sir, Bhavna ma'am. You can anytime contact them. So there is a bond between us right now. Okay, so now by the help of this webinar, you know me and somewhat I know you. You can directly contact me even after this session. If you think I can contribute anything related to your future, then I will be one of the most happiest person if I can contribute anything for your successful career. So so uh, for now, so we are done for this particular session. But yes, that I already told you, you can anytime contact us. You are an associate of, we can say, an IIT Ashram. So you can just anytime ping us, message us, call us, anything you want to visit to us, you can do that. So over to you, Bhavna ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Sir, before concluding this session, I would like to say something about coding. अभी इसे रोबोट कोडिंग के नाम से भी जाना जाता है और कुछ प्राइवेट एजेंसीज है जो अगर कोई स्कूल आगे आना चाहती है और वो बच्चों को कोडिंग सिखाना चाहती है, तो 2 टेबल स्पेस जितनी जगह दे देने से वो लोग अपनी कोडिंग लैब एस्टेब्लिश करते हैं। वो स्पेसिफिक चार्ज करते हैं स्टूडेंट्स वाइज, दैट इज आल्सो वेरी नॉमिनल, दैट मे बी 1500 और 2000, और उसके बाद वो लोग कोडिंग सिखाते हैं। तो ये दिस इज जस्ट इंफॉर्मेशन विच आई शेयर्ड, and now I will conclude this session. Actually, this is the timely need of the era to cultivate global citizen. That's why from standard 5th ho ya 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, student has to set their goal, achieve their goal, make the career. So dear all, with the permission of AR sir and SPH sir, I will conclude the session. I hope and believe that you must have some clear ideas about our pathways, roadways, how to set the goal and achieve the goal, how to make the career. So carry on, guys. As SBS sir already said that we are associates. So for any sort of guidance, you are having your respected principal ma'am, Madhuri ma'am, KD sir, and whole team with you. But simultaneously, we are also always there for you. So be in touch. आगे बढ़ने के लिए एक तो अपने आप में भरोसा करो, अपने आप को शार्प करो, फिजिकली, मेंटली, इमोशनली एंड साइंटिफिकली। तो आप बच्चे अपना कैरियर बहुत अच्छे से आगे ले जाओगे। एंड यस, फ्रॉम दिस डाइस आई एम हाईली थैंकफुल टू KJ Thakker and JP Thakker management, respected Madhuri madam and KD sir and whole team. Without them, it was not possible to meet you. And giving the immense response in question answer session, I am thankful to these enthusiastic students also. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to thank my own home team to make this seminar very fruitful, useful, and successful. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Principal Ma'am. Thank you, sir.